my name's Jeevan. I studied BSc in psychology between 2015 and 2019. So after graduating from undergrad, I went on to do a postgraduate at Goldsmiths. So I did an MSc in Computational Cognitive Neuroscience, which I really enjoyed, and I finished that September 2020. Following that, I then went on to work at the COVID vaccination program. So I was a vaccinator for about 8 months or 9 months, and I was actually administering vaccines as well as preparing vaccines as well. And now I've recently started as a User Experience Intern at a large digital consultancy. Some aspects, yeah. So definitely miss the free time, having time to kind of explore like my hobbies and interests, and also explore new learning paths. That's quite a big thing. Also the social aspects, being able to socialise like freely and very frequently was great. And I think one of the biggest things for me personally is the sport. I really enjoyed competing as part of the Bucks fixtures, and also as part of Roehampton. I met lots of great people. I was able to go to lots of competitions that I wouldn't have been able to go without being at Roehampton. I think my favourite spot was the music rooms in Queen's Building in Southlands. That was where I found myself the most. If I wasn't in lectures or wasn't kind of training, I'd be in that room. It was my space to kind of zone out, kind of shut off from the outside world and just have fun and do my own thing. So yeah, I spent a lot of time in that room. I think it's definitely helped me to be able to talk and empathise with a lot of people. The social side of things, and also the course that I did allowed me to kind of converse with a lot of people from a range of backgrounds. So moving from that into postgrad and then work afterwards really set me up nicely to be able to comfortably talk to people. And the other thing as well is that I've noticed in a kind of office setting or corporate setting is that I find I'm very comfortable backing up my choices. So if I've made a decision or made a choice in a project, I'm able to very comfortably explain why I've done that and the reasoning behind that. And that's a skill that I really value. And also being able to see, if I'm having a conversation or a creative discussion, be able to see both sides of the conversation and be able to understand where people are coming from and their thinking patterns. That's something that I've managed to learn whilst being at Roehampton. I think I definitely advise people to join a sport club or a society. I think you hear about it a lot, especially when you're signing up to universities and you go to Freshers' Fair and you see all the stalls and you think, you know what, that looks fun. You sign up to everything and you don't turn up to anything. Try and at least turn up to one sport or one society event, because you may feel, it's not your cup of tea. You may feel uncomfortable at first, but believe me, you'll meet a lot of people and it'll take you to places that you never thought you'd go to. I'd also say try and be yourself. You see a lot of people at uni who try and do things to kind of fit into a certain group or to try and impress people, and eventually you see that they just don't have a good time. Just be yourself. If you can feel comfortable in your own skin, everyone else will be comfortable around you. In 10 years' time, I can see myself working in a role that allows me to travel, a role that allows me to kind of continue working and continue being comfortable with the work that I'm doing, but also travel the world and see new places. Also, probably, family life as well. So not necessarily living in the UK, but traveling with a family, that would be beautiful. And then also being in a position where I can still enjoy my hobbies. You see a lot of people who kind of, as they progress through their corporate career, lose personal time and lose time to focus on themselves. So I'd love to be able to still focus on my hobbies and interests.